So, good morning, everyone. It's Laura, and it's early in the morning. I'm an early morning person. I'm sitting here, and this Golem bead has been calling my name ever since I saw it. I know I want to make a pendant. I think I want to make well, it's definitely going to be a drop. And I only have one of this size of the green. I thought about using it like at the bottom. I don't know yet. I am going to use beads from all three of these strands. And I may pull in some of this blue because it has the pinks in it, which will help pull in the pink in this. I just think this pink would help just bring this in. And these clear beads just intrigue me, these two here. Something about them and the design on them is just beautiful. I kind of want to pull them in. Plus, there's, the pinks in here and the grays and the other colors. I kind of want to add some of them in. I have a whole little tray of beads here. And then I have a couple left of these spacer beads with the green little stones in them, which will add some glitter. I have other beads over here also to throw in if I need. I don't have actually every single thing out that I want, but it's all right here. So I think I need to start with get a eye pin out, or a head pin. I want to see just how this would look. I love this bead. I kind of like that, but it needs something right there. Like, let me see, I have a tiny one. I need something that will go right up against that Golem bead to help tuck away. Not quite small enough. Let's get some seed beads. Did I put them away? No, I didn't think I had, but I may have. I may have tucked them away somewhere. I wasn't going to. They're not in the bag ready to go. Let me pause you a second, go get them. Okay, so what I've done is I've used these tiny 2mm, and they are a jasper. And it is tucked up in there. It helps fill that void without adding a lot of space on here. I kept them out because I think I'm going to use them instead of seed beads. I think they just would add more of an interest to my beadwork. And after I got going, you know what? I don't like that down there. Let's see what else I can find to use on the bottom. I really wanted to use that, but now I'm kind of like indecisive, which, we can be that way. Let's see what else I can find to put on the bottom. Even if I just, put that on a head pin and dangle something else from the bottom, that's fine. Let's see what we have over here. Not quite. I do have these. Not quite the color I'm looking for. I have so many pretty beads that I could use. I'm looking for something specific. Okay, hold on. I think I know what I need. Okay, so here's what I come up with. These are actually from the June bargain bead box. And I also grabbed a couple of the pins from there because they are a little longer. But I am still going to do a wrap loop. Now, what did I do with my round nose pliers? They should have been, here we go. And I'm just going to, and I'm terrible at making, actually this is quite strong. And so we're going to take it right here. And I'm going to bring this up and over, reposition my pliers, bring it around, and then I am going to take these pliers and I'm going to kind of center that loop a little better. Trying to hold the bottom and do this is not easy. And then I'm just going to wire wrap this all the way down. It's going to be a bit of a messy wrap. And I'm going to change hands here. And I dropped it, of course. Find my tail. Get a better grip. These pins are a lot stiffer than I thought they were. They look to be like a 20 gauge or less, but they really are probably an 18 gauge, I would say. Because this is wrapping really, really hard. All right, I'm going to clip that tail. And I'm going to use my crimping pliers, which I'm going to have Alan fix my other ones. The part that is between the handles of the pliers. I need you to get down around there. Thank you. There we go. Is stuck. Oh, I already moved them away from my stuff here, so I didn't grab them. So there's where we're going with our pendant. I do kind of want to straighten that up. So he's sitting right. Everything's right with the world with that. So there's my pendant. I know I'm using these and some of these. I just want to make it just about as eclectic as I can. I'm going to kind of start by opening these up. And yes, I'm going to make a mess, and then I will put them all in baggies when I'm done. So I'm going to get a few of these out. And a few of these out. These are beautiful. And I want to add some pink. I don't think I'm going to use those. I do, well, maybe, I don't know which ones I want to use. But I do know I want that one. And the one just like it. So I pretty much have to take everything off the strand to get to it. I want those 2 beads. Those are the 2 I'm after. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of these. I do want to tie the blue in and the pink in with this because, you know, there's that blue in there. So let's go ahead and open these. I know I'll be using them anyways. So let's get that off there. Oh, he's wrapped around it. Come on, little dude. He's like, nope, I don't want you to do that yet. There we go. So we're going to put that little spacer bead right there. So I want like some of these to help tie in. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to use those. I'm definitely using these as spacers. I did get some of those in case I want to add some white. Let's do this. I want, you know what? I want some of those melon beads. Yes, I want some melon beads right here in the very front. So we're going to do melon beads. And then I think we're going to bring that blue in and then start with the greens. And I want to use these right there like that. And now we're going to bring in these with this, I don't know if it's travertine or if it's that beautiful Picasso finish. And now we're going to go with these. And yeah, let's go with these clear pink ones. Nope, they're just not right. Let's try some of these. Oh yeah, you know what? That just kind of brings in the white from the bead. And now let's go with some more of these. I don't know what all you're seeing in the camera because I'm not used to the setup. And let's get that out of our way. Let's see. Do we have them equal? That, brown, blue, those, that, and that. And I think that's going to be too much if we use those. We have some of these. I just want to add a little bit of taste of each kind of bead. Let's see what we have. They're kind of similar. They don't have to be identical. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. These 2 right here. Let's bring them in. Let me see. Do we have 2 that are more the same color? Nope, that ain't gonna work. How about those 2? Let's use these 2 right here. And then let's go to these. And I think we will do the next 2 of these. Oh, you know what? Let's swap out these. So these white ones aren't quite so close together. Ta-da! And then we can go to these. Yep. Where did he come from? Was he just an extra? We'll double check everything. And as I string, let's go ahead and get these guys. These here are the Botswana agate. And of course, these are fire polish faceted melons. And Let's get all these in there. I think what I'm going to do is, because I'm adding I don't know if I need to put like these right here when I string. I don't know. We'll see if I use these or not. I have these as spacers that I'll put in these little beads like this. We'll see how much I use, what I do use, what I don't use. Okay, let's get some stringing material. I think I'll string on the brown. Let's do that. So I'm going to cut myself off a good chunk. I want to make sure I have plenty. To work with. And because I already know my design, I'm going to go ahead and put the end on. I am going to string onto probably, oh, here they are. See, I can't get this back down in there. I tried. I'll let Alan do it. Where's my kit? Okay. I am going to put this on, let me see what kind of leather. No. No. I think I'm going to use turquoise. I've got that color. And I have that color. I'm going to go with the darker of the two. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get out my kit. I'm going on the turquoise, so let's go ahead and go with these. And get these out. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and just put our, I don't know why I opened it on this end, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and put our clamshell on. Get myself out some. And my video where I made the bracelet with Jody, with her kit, my crimp tool is not the best. And that's why I was having problems crimping. So when you see that, or if you have seen it, it's 100% my tool. Okay. It is, you know, it came from, I can't remember where I got it. It wasn't the best. I actually had to modify it just to get it to work. And it still doesn't work 100%. My crimp tool that I like to use has an issue. So I didn't have a good crimp tool, and that's why I had issues and went with what I used. My tools. So I want to make sure that's on there tight. But that's okay. That's okay. But I will tell you, I have a hard time with using the wire guardians, and I don't know why, and it's the crimping. So I'm just going to go and bead one side with you, and then I'll pause you and bring you back. And I don't know if I really need to put spacers between every bead, and I'm going to try it with just certain ones, and we'll see how they look. Like I kind of wanted it there. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. we may not use spacers. We'll see. I may decide not to use spacers at all. I will between these two because they're kind of the same shape. Now where'd that little dude go? Here's one. Yeah, that worked pretty good between those two. See, it looks good between those two, but it didn't look good between the rounded ones. And I think we'll probably need, those two look fine. Let's see how these beads here look without spacers. Find the little hole. I love these blue beads. There we go. Nope, they look like they're going to be fine together. Now the question is, how are they going to flow? Are they going to flow okay when they're bent? You see that really big gap? But that's going to be on a slope, so I think it'll be fine. We'll go for it. It looks good. It'll be okay. We're on a slope around the necklace, but when we get closer towards the front, I may want a spacer like between these two beads. Get one of the lighter ones, put it here, because we got kind of likewise shape like those. And then we'll go ahead and put this one on. And I think we're going to want a spacer here because we're coming down towards the front where it's going to hang. And you're going to want that bend to be a little more free-flowing. See what I mean? Helps make it bend better. I love how this is looking. Now, do we want our golem bead just to hang like that? I think he's going to need a little something, something there. Let's see what we can find. I have all kinds of crystals and things over here in my dish. So let's bring this over. I do have these, but those are the wrong color green. I have these. Let's see. What do they do? He'll ride up on them, help keep him up off the wire. Kind of like that. Helps bring the blues all in. Let's do that. Let me get a hold of the other one. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, let's go ahead and repeat that. And I'll finish wiring this up and I'll bring you right back. Okay, so I have it all strung. It is gorgeous. I love this. And I've got my crimp cover on. I've opened it up. And I know I set, there he is. I have enough here to make a bracelet with. I may make a matching bracelet. I'm going to drop that all the way down in, but it won't be in this video. This is for me to wear tomorrow. Today's actually Friday morning. Tonight I go over and set up. There you go. So yes, I made sure everything was pushed all the way down. and, you know, all that. And I reached in here. I made sure this was down snugly, and I crimp, crimp, crimp. I didn't crimp, I flattened. Reaching in, and I'm going to cut this right above where I cut that. And I did not check and make sure it was tight. That was a no-no. And I'm going to close that up. I'm going to make sure this is closed. I'm only pushing gently on this, and then I'm making sure that is closed. So there is the main part of my necklace. Now I know a lot of people probably like, but how are you going to get leather onto that? There's many ways to do it, but I'm going to reach over here, and I'm getting out my silver Eslon, and I'm going to cut me off a couple of lengths, probably about that much, like that'll do. And I'm going to cut off 2 lengths like this. There's 1. And there's 2. I'm setting the Eslon aside. And I'm also getting out, let me come over here and get my copper. I don't know, do I want to put, because I want this up close. So I think I want one of my toggles. And this is for me to wear, so I'm doing it how I want to do it. And I want some of my copper, I can get this open, closures. I'm going to get some of these out of here. I don't want a real big one. I want like that size. There's another one. They're the same size. Yes. Okay. I need it to be big enough for the for the 2 millimeter to go through. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open, oops, get the correct tools in front of me. We're going to open this like so. And I dropped it. That's typical. Then we're going to close it up. You're going to hear that click, click. And now we are going to work hard in this, because these will bounce back open and you want to make sure it stays shut. Now I am going to decide how long I need this. So this one I want to come quite close to my neck. Right about there. So I need to figure out how much of this I need. I'll find the other end. There it is. I need to keep in mind that I'm going to be making 2 cuts. So there's that, and that. Plus I'm going to make another fold and another fold, because I'm going to need at least that much. I am putting a toggle on, so we need to make sure that we have at least that much. I'm going to give myself a little more grace. So I'm cutting myself off a good piece. Setting that aside. Now, I'm only doing one side with you. We're going to put this piece through here, and we're going to bring it up, and give yourself plenty of room to do this. And we're going to lay it side by side. Like I said, give yourself plenty of room. And I am going to come over here and I'm going to clip the very end. And I just lost something that went flying across the table at me. And I'm going to lay this down. Get the rest of this out of the way. I'm taking my Eslon. And I don't need to come too far up this. And this is going to be the front of my necklace. So I'm actually going to go over. We're going to flip this. I'm going to come under because I want this knot in the back. I'm going to lay my pliers on top so it doesn't keep flipping. And I'm going to create a knot. I'm doing a double knot just like that. About that far up. And we're going to tie it down. I'm going to do one more double knot over top of it. Bring it down. I'm going to flip it back. I'm putting my pliers in there just to hold them in place. Making sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, and we're just going to do a series of I guess you call them double knots. So I'm putting my P over here. I'm coming over top of the thread on this side, up under my, and it's kind of hard when you're working with a small space, up under, and we're going to come into the loop of this over here. Grab our tail over here so we don't lose it, and pull. I have this in my way. We're going to snug it, make sure it's up there. The second part of our knot, our square knot, is we're going to make our, like a number 9 over here. Our loop is going to be over here. Hold it in place. We're taking this tail over top. I'm going to keep my finger there. We're going to come under and up through the loop over here. I'm going to kind of pull everything so you can see what I'm doing. Pull it up. That is one complete square knot. We're going to do it again. I'm probably going to do about 3 to 4. This is going to tie our piece together, keeping my finger here. This also helps me pick it up. And I'm going to bring my tail from here up through. I'm going to grab it and make sure it comes up through this loop so it looks like that. I'm going to pull it, pull this tail. Now I can pull it like this. There we go. Part 2 of the second knot. Our loop is over here. I'm putting this finger on top, picking up this entire piece with a finger on top, coming up under. I want that tail to come up through this loop. I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to pull this end, and then I'm going to pull my square knot down. So that's 2. I do want to do 3. Over. I'm putting my finger on top, grabbing my tail from this end. I'm coming over that tail. I'm picking my piece up. I'm putting it under the entire piece. There it is. It's sticking through my loop. I'm going to pull it through, pulling this tail over here to tighten down my loop, and I'm going to go over. The last part of the third knot, again, over top of the entire work. Put my finger on top, holding it in place, grabbing this tail, and oops, I'm using the wrong finger. coming over that tail with the other tail. Come up through. Make sure you come up through that loop. Grab it. Pull, pull, and then we can come up and it's done. I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to put my pliers back under, and I'm going to grab my, well, where are you, little dude? You know what? He's not in there. That's not good. I am not knowing where it is. So I did have a needle, you know, a big eye needle, and he is now amongst the missing. Did I put him in here with this stuff? I actually literally just bought a package of big eye needles. So, because I don't have, isn't that something? I always put them back in my drawer. I'm going to have to just glue it, guys, because I don't have my big eye needle anymore. I don't know what I did with it. But that's okay. We'll glue it. I'll glue it at the end. And then I will go ahead and do the other side, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. Wow. Tell me that wasn't running this entire time. Nope. Okay. I had to look. I didn't see my little red button because my camera holder is over top of it. So this is how much I need around the back of my neck. And this is where the toggle would start. But, you know, this is actually where it meets at the back of my neck. So I need to remember that the toggle takes up this much space. So I need to kind of back up to about here is where my bend is going to be, like so. And then I need to have that much to wrap with. So I can cut off whatever I need once I'm wrapping. So this is where my bend is going to be on my toggle. But I'm going to hold this, and this is what I need to cut. So I'm going to come in with my scissors. Whoops, I have my leftover. And I'm going to cut here and here. And this is enough to do a bracelet with. I did not waste any. And I'm going to kind of remember where everything's going to be. And I am going to put my one end of my toggle right here. I'm going to bend it over. This end, I think I'm going to, I don't have another clippy thing in here because they're all out on my mannequin. So I'm just going to kind of pinch it, and hopefully it'll kind of hold its shape. So this is how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it the same way I did these. I'm not going to make you watch me do another one. I'll bring you back when I'm ready to put glue on, trim, and then to burn the ends down. So I'll be back just a bit. Okay guys, so we're just about done. I'm going to show you how I'm going to glue this. I know I didn't get this one quite as tight, but it looks kind of neat. It is tight. It's not going to come apart. We are going to now trim. The rest of this has been trimmed and glued. And we're going to trim this. We're going to fold the piece down that we're not going to cut. We're going to cut this as close as possible without cutting too short. And then we're going to glue with GS Hypo Cement. all of our knots. We're going to glue everywhere that there's a knot. I like to make sure that it's not going to come undone. And we're going to get all glue right down into everywhere. I'm going to stick glue up underneath here. Squirt some glue up in there. I am going to kind of coat it a little bit. Come around underneath here and kind of give it some glue underneath this knot. So we have that good and glued. I'm going to lay that there, and I'm going to take my fingers, wipe that off, and put my finger against the end of that. It helps me find the end of that, stick my cap on, stand it up in my tray, and I'm going to show you how we're going to take care of this. This is all dry. Get him on my way. I'm going to take my good thread scissors, or do I not have them in here? I may not have them out here. I don't. We're just going to use these. Oops, there we go. And we're going to cut very close, but not cut the knot on all of these, because we're going to burn these. And I'll just do one with you. If you don't let the glue dry, that glue is going to catch fire. So I probably should trim him just a little bit farther down. Not much. I'm going to take, I use this, get me a flame, and just come close. This is nylon. We're just going to melt that. But push it in. I have a little piece there. And we're just doing so that just that knot is getting done. If you need to, hold the rest of it back. Oops, did you see that little spark? I'm running out of flame on this one. And then I'm going to do the other one. Yep, I'm running out of flame. But you see the picture. I'm going to have to go get another way to do this with some matches. But you can do it with matches, candle. If you have a thread burner, it's better. I'm going to have to get a thread burner. But that's what you do. And I'll bring you back when I have it all done. I don't know what happened to my video. I came back in and I was ready to start recording, and it started recording, but it was in the wrong direction. I am so sorry. I hope I can fix it. So I'm back, and I wanted to show you. I've got the clasping done. I love this big toggle clasp, and it is all knotted. And now I'm all discombobulated because I dropped everything. My phone went flying. So I love these beads. So I know you see my haul from Jody. My lovely gift. It just blew me away. The gift from her is just inspiring, because this Golem bead is beautiful, and with the beads that she sent, I added a couple of my own from my stash. I think there might be something here from Bargain Bead Box. Yes, these two little beads here, and then the leather. That's where I got my leather, from Bargain Bead Box. And it all come together to make this beautiful, gorgeous necklace that I will be wearing tomorrow. I'm out here doing this, and it took me a couple hours to make this necklace. But, you know, that's what I'm wearing tomorrow, with this bracelet along with my wraps. And that's why I want this to be baggy, because I want to be able to wear it up higher on my wrist. with my wrap bracelets. So yeah, I am excited. Thank you so much, Jody, for the beautiful, thoughtful gifts and inspiration to make such a beautiful piece. And the pinks and everything just flow right along with this. Don't be afraid to, you know, add other colors in. You can add a bead that kind of goes with it that brings in other colors. So everybody, thank you for watching. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for the wonderful support. And again, Jody, thank you for the amazing gift. I have so many projects I want to make out of what you sent me for my own personal use, because it's just amazing. And I'm excited to wear this tomorrow. So everybody, I love you all. I've got to get to work and get things ready for I go over tonight to set up. So I need to get things ready. Of course, you won't see this video until like Tuesday or Wednesday. Everybody, I love you all. I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, everybody.